there are a large number of people suffering that need to understand there's hope. You know, at the Grand Prairie event, we had a lady, Karen Peters, share with us, just like there's going to be people sharing with you tonight. Well, Karen Peters shares, she comes down with rheumatoid arthritis, and I mean, it's bad. She's suffering. And her medical doctor tells her there is no cure. We can slow the progression of the disease with chemical drugs, but you're going to end up in a wheelchair and it's going to kill you. So basically, he's telling her that for the rest of her life, she's going to suffer horribly, become crippled, and then die. Now, can you imagine what that does for your emotional state? Can you imagine what that does for your spiritual state? He puts her on 2 chemical drugs. One of them was methotrexate, which is a chemotherapy drug. And I've later come to learn this is a real common thing to do with rheumatoid arthritis, is they put you on chemotherapy drugs. Now, for a full year, she is weekly injecting herself with a chemotherapy drug, which she explains to us made her want to die. Like, just the side effects are awful. And we've all heard it, like how just chemotherapy can just wipe you out and you're nauseous and you're sick and you wish you were dead. And she's doing this for a full year. She says 3 or 4 days a week, I'm down for the count. So her life literally is living hell. There's no other way to describe it. And after about a year, she thought, okay, I've got to do something. And a friend said, well, go see a naturopathic doctor. Well, she's been taught, as all of us have, no, the medical gods are the medical doctors. They're the ones that know. I don't want to go see somebody that's lesser than the medical gods. But she starts looking, and she comes across a naturopathic doctor who was a medical doctor first before he became a naturopathic doctor. And that gave him enough credibility in her mind that she was willing to see him. And the first thing she tells the naturopathic doctor is, I have an incurable illness. And the naturopathic doctor says, well, there are no incurable illnesses. And then he cures her. He cures her with natural remedies and nutrition. And she's fine now. And she's not injecting herself weekly with chemotherapy drugs. And she's not in chronic pain. And she's not facing a wheelchair. And she's not facing death. She has her life back. And I wonder how many Karens are out there with rheumatoid arthritis who are on chemotherapy drugs and are facing, becoming crippled and suffering for the rest of their lives horribly when they don't need to. Is it like 10,000? Is it 50,000? Is it 500,000? How many? Another person comes to mind. She was a young mom who had restless leg syndrome. That's what the medical doctor told her. And so what would happen is if she went to lay down at night, she described it as like electrical shocks into her legs and her muscles would twitch. And the only way to stop it was by walking around. So she's up all night walking around. She's getting fatigued. Her immune system's getting wrecked. She's getting depressed. She's getting so fatigued, she's losing the ability to care for her 2 young children. And she's getting hopeless. And the medical doctor is saying, well, we don't have a treatment for restless leg, but I'll put you on a Parkinson's drug. Well, she looks into it, and I mean, the side effects are horrific. There's like no way. She doesn't want to be a Karen, like injecting herself with a drug that's just going to wipe her out every week and literally disable her and lead to other things. I'll back up with Karen. The naturopathic doctor said if you kept on the methotrexate, it will give you cancer, not if or it will. So this young mom, like, she doesn't know what to do, and a friend says, go see a naturopathic doctor. Bang, oh, you need magnesium. It's gone. It's solved. And she was one of the first ones that I interviewed for the health show. And it's like, I was sharing that then, I interviewed 3 medical doctors for the health show. 2 became homeopathic doctors partway through their life. The other became a nutritional expert. I've shared with homeopaths and traditional, and everyone's kind of like, well, it's so obvious. You use magnesium's the first thing you offer if somebody's got muscle twitching, and we're all magnesium deficient. So, like, of course, it's kind of like, it's almost like I'm being stupid, asking the question. It's kind of like, oh, somebody's thirsty. What should they do? Well, maybe they should drink water. You got muscle twitches. Maybe you should take magnesium. Well, why didn't the medical doctor know that? And how many young moms out there with restless leg are on Parkinson's drugs and becoming disabled? Did you know